You might find what you need and more at Homer Kate's General Store. You might find what you need and more at Homer Kate's General Store. Welcome to 1982. Whoo! Happy New Year! And a Happy New Year. How's that go? Jerry, how does that go? Happy New Year and a mighty fine time. Something like that. I'm Homer Cates of Kate's General Store. And we're going to do for you a little old-timey radio show, sort of. Now, we're not old-timey, and we do have a radio, and I sit around the potbelly stove all winter long here at the store, and once in a while someone will come in and buy something. I like it when they come in and buy something. You know, we have self-service gas pumps out front. Now, I invented the self-service gas pump, and I also invented the mobile telephone. Yeah. Not the mobile radio. I think Marconi invented that. Okay, well, I promised Jim that I would do a good job of doing this. He was telling me about a show that his daddy used to listen to called Pete Smythe's General Store. Who doggies? I had never heard of old Pete, but maybe he has self-service gas pumps too. He probably drove by this place and saw that we had them, and he hightailed it down to his general store and put those puppies in himself. Or maybe not. But he had an old-timey radio show that was on every day on that KOA in Denver. Denver, Colorado. Can you imagine that old-timey show in that big old city there? Anyway, so I am the official spokesman of Baby Boomer Tales podcast. And you know what? I don't even know what a podcast is. I don't think they've been invented yet. But we have radio, we do. I have one right over there that I listen to every day. So, what should we do? Well, I could continue sitting here in my rocking chair, giving that old potbelly stove a piece of wood every once in a while. I mean, it's cold outside. It's January. It's cold. Oh, yes, it is. Well, anyway, joining me is my wife, Katie. Say hi, Katie.
Hi, guys.
Yep. And our 15-year-old daughter, Kitty, she's over there. She said she didn't want to talk on this microphone. Hello? Hello? I hope it's working. Anyway, if it's not working, then we'll have to go back and do this all again. So, let's see. Hello? Hello? I don't know. Jerry, do you know if this thing's working or not? Homer, I think it is. Everything shows that it's working. Jerry's kind of doing the sound for us, and he's got a fancy thing that the little arm bounces around when I talk. I was going to do this show on a cassette tape, and then we would just send it down to the radio department or there in Wheattown, you know. I did a jingle there once, but Jim said just record it and he can take it from there and take it over to 2025. He says it's called 2025. 2000! How many years? That's over 18 years just to 2000, and then another 25, 18 and 25, 18 and 20. Jerry, how many years is that? 43 years, Homer. In 43 years. Woo! I don't even know if they'll be able to find me then, or if I'll even be around. I plan on being around. Golly gee willikers, I've got a general store to run. Got to raise Kitty. If she's 15 and that's 43, doggy, she'll be older than me. Well, I'll be older than her still, but you know what I mean? That's a long time from now. I don't even know how they do that technology. Is that a word yet, Jerry? Homer, just keep up with your outline there and you'll be okay. Yes, I'll be okay. Now, where's my outline? Okay, it says, podcasts haven't even been invented yet. I think I covered that, Jerry. Homer, keep going. So I'm just sitting here at this old potbelly stove, like I said, with Katie and Jerry over there. And over here is Gator Earl, who's taking time off from the restaurant because we're doing this after the lunch rush is over. Hi, Gator Earl. Hello, sir. How you doing? I'm good, Gator Earl. He calls me sir. Yeah. And how's business down there at the restaurant? Everything's really good there, Homer. We're doing a brisk business. We've got good help. I'm working all the time, it seems like. Allie's doing pretty good. She's on her last semester of school now, before she graduates. And things are looking up there at Apple's Cafe. Apple's Cafe. Now, when Gator Earl bought that restaurant a couple years ago, I told him he ought to call it Gator's. Wouldn't that be a good name for a restaurant? And he told me that Bob and Kelly did a great job of establishing that restaurant, and that name is well known throughout the county and everywhere else, and that he wouldn't change the name of Apple's Cafe for nothing. That's right there, Homer. I couldn't change the name out of respect for Bob and Kelly. Whew, that's pretty good, Gator Earl. I like that. So Jim told me just to talk about stuff and call it a monologue. And I think I'm past that because my monologue was just trying to tell you that I'm here in 1982. Yeah. But things that are going on around here, let's see, we just got done with Christmas and I gave Kitty a Rubik's Cube. Well, she got all those colors on each side the same, just lickety-split, just like that. And then she mixed it up a little, and I asked if I could try it, and I still haven't figured it out. I don't think I could do it. That thing's hard, because when I turn it over there, over the other side, it's all changed, and I can't get it all done. So I think I'm just going to give her Christmas present back and not even fool with that thing. Some of the songs that I like in 1982 here, there's one I really like. I really like it a lot. Reminds me of Pop.
What are you talking about, Homer? What are you talking about me, Homer?
Hi, Pop. No, I just said that this song reminds me of you.
What's that, Homer?
It's called Leader of the Band, and it's by a guy named Dan Fogelberg. And he talks about his dad and his brothers and him living in a hotel. And it kind of brings a tear to my eye talking about his daddy who's getting older. And Pop, I hate to inform you, but you ain't getting any younger.
Homer?
Yeah, Pop. Hi, Miss Dumas.
Her name's Anna. Homer, I've told her 100 times.
I know. And out of respect, I call her Mrs. Dumas.
Okay, Homer.
Also, there's a song I like, and it's by Hank Williams Jr. And it's all my rowdy friends that have settled down. They settled down, Jerry. They just settled down in old Hank Allen. But I hope he's doing okay. I like his goings on, playing that guitar and singing that honky-tonk music. I like that. Also, I just read in the newspaper that yesterday there was some kind of a big convention talking about all the newfangled stuff in radios and television, and they call it electronics, and there's a new computer, Jerry, and it's called the Commodore computer, and it's got 8 bits of memory. Now, I'm not sure how many bits of memory I have, but I bet it isn't 8. I probably have 1 or 2 bits. 2 bits is a quarter, so if I had 8 bits, that'd be $1 worth of memory. I don't know if my memory's worth $1. Okay, moving on. Jerry's over there kind of doing the circle thing with my hands, saying, move on, hurry up, we're running out of time. So, one other thing is, Ronald Reagan is our president, not that Jimmy Carter. He never did come to the general store. I was going to feed him lunch or dinner, and you know what? They didn't come. So, I don't know. I'm not even going to invite old Ronnie and Nancy because I don't like to be rejected twice by presidents. Once is enough. And I'm getting ready to watch right now, pretty soon, a couple of these teams that are so good in that football that used to be the National League and the American League and like baseball, you know? And now it's all the National League, and the San Diego Chargers are still in the playoffs. And the Oakland Raiders, ooh, those Pirates. Ah. Yeah. Anyway, is that enough monologue, Jerry? Homer, I think we're way past monologue time. We're going to have to think about wrapping this sucker up pretty soon. Okay, I can do that. What do you think, Pop? You think I ought to wrap it up?
Homer, I don't think you should have ever started. You know, you're always up to something, and I can't imagine that they would ask you to do a old-timey radio program. You're not old-timey, and you don't have the voice for radio. I think you have a voice for a cartoon there, Homer.
Well, thank you, Pop. Maybe I could be Augie Doggy, and you could be Doggy Daddy. That'd be pretty good, Pop. I think we're on to something. Homer?
Yeah, Gator Earl?
I've really got to get going. I've got to get back to the restaurant. I can see it from here, and 3 cars just pulled in all at the same time. I really just can't leave it that long. Is it okay if I go now? Only if you say, this is Gator Earl, saying, see you later, and then you can go. Oh, okay. Into this microphone?
Yeah, Gator Earl, that microphone.
Okay. This is Gator Earl saying see you later. Thank you for having me on this show.
Thank you, Gator Earl. Thank you, Gator Earl. Well, we cannot do all this without reminding you that Sparky's over there being a good girl. Yeah, Sparky. Notice how she won't bark unless you say her name? I guess Jerry said that she's barked a couple times when someone comes to the house. But she can just hang out here at the general store and never bark at any customers coming in or nothing. She's a good dog. Aren't you, Sparky? Well, what else can I say? Gator Earl's had that restaurant about 2 years. Pop and Mrs. Dumas has been married for about 2 years. Pop, moved out of the store. He lives down there at the Riding the Trails motel that Mrs. Dumas owns. Does she let you own that too, Pop? Homer, I don't think it's any of your business. Why don't you stick to your own business and leave everybody else out of it? How's that sound, Homer?
Sounds pretty good to me. Well, I'm getting tired of doing the radio show. I'd hate to have to do this every day like old Pete Smythe. He did that every day, Jim told me. Every day, Monday through Friday. He knows this because his dad used to listen to it every morning about 6 a.m. 6 a.m., Jerry. That's pretty early for you, Homer. That is a fact, Jack. Who's Jack? Jerry, do we know a Jack? Doesn't matter, Homer. Just keep it moving. You're almost there. Okay, well, that's good. I want to thank my wife, Katie, for putting up with me and encouraging me to do this here radio show today. She's a good wife, good mother, good boss. She's my boss, and I guess the floor never gets swept if Katie didn't tell me to do it. And we're partners, you know. Besides her being my wife, she's my girlfriend. I learned that from Jim. And my wife. Did I say wife? Business partner. She's all those. Did I say mother? I think I said them all 3 times. Anyway, you know what I mean? I hope someone listens to this because we didn't even have a plot today. We didn't do anything special because it's snowing outside and it's cold, like I said. Let's put another log on the fire and sit here and maybe listen to the radio. Well, I've got to wrap this up now. That's the hand signals Jerry's giving me. He's doing one of those things across his throat like... So, I have some orders here from headquarters. I'm supposed to talk about being kind, and so always be kind. It's the way I am. I'm always kind. Well, I'm pretty much always kind. And let's see. Did I talk about watching TV? I like Happy Days, and I like Hill Street Blues. And one of my favorites, Jerry, one of my favorites is the Dukes of Hazzard. And Katie, she likes the Love Boat. Jim will be back next Wednesday, probably not on an Old Timey Radio Show. So, let's see. He said say something about peace, and that he's out. Okay, out, peace. Peace out. How about this? Peace. That's pretty good, don't you think, Jerry?